Good morning, children. Let's read this chapter. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together by Gordon Cook and Alan East. Gordon Cook is a two-time Canadian Olympic sailor born on 3rd December 1978 in Toronto. And it is an account of the narrator's extreme courage as well as the account of indomitable will of his family and his crewmen for the survival against a deadly storm in the sea. This narrative describes a near-death experience. It describes the hours of endurance they had put, their struggle to live, to remain alive, and it is about how they finally got saved. So let's read this chapter from the beginning. In July 1976, my wife Mary, son Jonathan, 6, daughter Suzanne, 7, and I set sail from Plymouth, England, to duplicate the round-the-world voyage made 200 years earlier by Captain James Cook. Now, it was an ardent desire of the narrator and his family, narrator and his wife, and they had taken their two children also along, to follow the footprints of Captain James Cook. That means what he had done 200 years earlier, they wanted to do the same. That was, they wanted to take round the world voyage. For the longest time, Mary and I, a 37-year-old businessman, had dreamt of sailing in the wake of the famous explorer, and for the past 16 years, we had spent all our leisure time honing our seafaring skills in British waters. He was a businessman, and they had always dreamt of sailing in the wake of means following footsteps of, in the wake of the famous explorer, that is Captain James Cook. And for the past 16 years, we had spent all our leisure time. So for the last 16 years, what were they doing? Whenever they got time, they honed their seafaring skills. Honing means sharpening, perfecting, learning, by learning more and more. So they were learning and perfecting every skill related to traveling by sea. So they were doing that for 16 years in British waters. Our boat, Wave Walker, a 23-meter, 30-ton wooden-hulled beauty, had been professionally built, and we had spent months fitting it out and testing it in the roughest weather we could find. So before taking it to the real sea, they were checking it up, its endurance, in the roughest weather they could find. And the name of the boat was Wave Walker, and it was professionally built. The first leg of our planned 3-year, 105,000 kilometer journey passed pleasantly. So they did not come across any problem as we sailed down the west coast of Africa to Cape Town. So they got no problem at all during that time. There, before heading east, we took on 2 crewmen, American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Siegler. Now, before they were heading east, they took 2 more crewmen. What were their names? One was American, the other was Swiss. American Larry Vigil and Swiss Herb Siegler, to help us tackle one of the world's roughest seas, because they were entering into one of the world's roughest seas, the Southern Indian Ocean. So to have more helping hand, they took 2 more crewmen. On our second day out of Cape Town, we began to encounter strong gales. Strong gales means strong winds. For the next few weeks, they blew continuously. For the next few weeks, the gales, those strong gales were blowing continuously. Gales did not worry me. He was not worried about the strong winds, about the gales. but the size of the waves was alarming. The size of the waves was alarming. That means every time the size of the wave was getting increased up to 15 meters. That means the height of the wave used to be around 15 meters, very high as our main mast. Mast is the main sail. Okay, so it used to be as high as the main mast. So that was worrying him. That started worrying him. He was not worried about the strong winds. He was worrying about the size of the waves.